Cold snap.
Cooked. Never mind. Cold snap.
Wait, I got a free shift. I got a free shift.
Let me get some Ariana ammo. Yeah. Oh.
Hey friends, today's topic is triple Shadebinder and if it's a very viable and competitive team composition, which, spoiler alert, I don't think it was as good as people give it credit. But before that, how did this come together? Well, GCX was a while ago, that's a Gaming Community Expo, and one of my teammates, Stadia Time, met the other teammate, Perks, 2F. Links in the description below if you want to check out either of their streams. But both of them are Shadebinder mains, and they said, why don't we put together a triple Shadebinder card? Do we know another Shadebinder? And that's when I got the DM, made me put it on my calendar, and sure enough, on Perks' subathon yesterday, we put together the team, we casually played, like sure, we tried to trim up our coordination and whatnot as much as we could, but when you first play together with the team, it's a lot of work. So we did the best we could under the circumstances, played arguably some of the best teams in the playlist at the time, and it was a really good limit test on what the shortcomings of Shadebinder might be, what some of the strengths might be, and that's the topic of today's video. First, let's quickly go over the builds. I'll start with Perks, then Time, then myself. So Perks was running Rose and a fusion rifle with osmiomancy gloves and of course cold snaps. Stadia Time was on Stag for the freeze rifts to get him back earlier with Ariana's Vow and a Better Devils, and Ariana's Vow one-shots frozen targets. He switches between Dustfield and Cold Snap as he sees fit. Finally, so this is my daily driver Shadebinder build. It's not too important to this video, but it is going to be what the gameplay is of. All I'm doing is farming Hawkmoon headshots off of frozen targets. If I succeed, I make an orb. If I succeed, I would drop an Ice Flare Bolt, which is kind of like a Cold Snap. I can do this by freezing with my Rift, freezing with my melee, and then I use my Glacier Grenade to climb on structures or to use as a barricade. I also sometimes will switch Ice Flare Bolts off to go Bleak Watcher in case I'm dealing with a lot of floating Dawn Blades. That's really the basics of this kit. Now, since I had the opportunity to play with other Shadebinders, I tried this one on controller, going 10 mobility, but when I get a freeze with Whisper of Hedrons, it jumps it all the way to 10 resilience. So I can kind of have like Peacekeepers at home, charge up Teraba the same way I charge up Hawkmoon, and then use Glacial Harvest to build my teammates' melee and my own melee faster, Whisper of Hunger, as well as get Frost Armor to maybe tank a double melee, which is super helpful when you're close quarters trying to follow up a melee. Was using a Discord snipe, it didn't come up too much, but I ended up finding some gameplay to add to the background while I talk about all this. Now that you know what the three of us are bringing to the table, familiarized yourself a little bit with Shadebinder and so on, let's talk about Shadebinder's strengths and weaknesses, and then we'll move it to a team conversation. So starting off individually, Shadebinder's strength is that it is one of the strongest classes for clutch 1v3s landed from a single freeze. Of course, you have to land the freeze. And I know a lot of people are already rolling their eyes like, no gun skill, but remember what their gameplay looks like.
But these guys are trash. They have no gun skill. How could you use stasis? Like they're...
Yeah, bro, I know what you mean. They just have no gun skill, they can't hang. They can't shoot the hand cannon like I can. They don't got it like us.
Jokes aside, let's keep talking about Shadebinder's strengths, then we'll talk about weakness. So, strength number 2 is a counter pick against something like Weave Walk or some other ability or super, where you want to freeze them out of it and cancel the BS. The final strength is on certain maps, Glacier angles and turret lineups are very valuable for getting the leg up on your opponent. I guess if you want to call it a strength, you could say that Shadebinder can extra taunt the opponent by chain freezing them and making them really angry, which might make them play worse, but we'll save that for another. So now on to weaknesses. You have to land the freeze, which is easier said than done when you don't have to navigate through a sea of smoke melees that rip your radar. Your radar is very important for pre-freezing. The next glaring weakness is the super, which means you have to build into Dynamo and Orb creation just to be able to get a super. Obviously high intellect, but assume everybody runs high intellect. It especially matters on Shadebinder though because the cooldowns are extremely long, but you can kind of mitigate those with Stag, Osmiomancy, or Eye of Another World. Out of those three, Stag is probably the best team one because it drops a healing riff when you're eliminated. But your exotic choice can be simplified to just go T-Steps or Ophidians like you would on any other class at the trade-off of just slightly longer cooldowns. Putting it all together for the biggest weakness is just simply opportunity cost that you could have used a different class. Javelin 4 is not ideal for me. I'm kind of throwing because I'm not throwing turrets or glaciers in spots that benefit my team. So that's out. I would be much more helpful on Dawnblade or Invis Hunter as a play starter to enable us to be able to use the Shadebinder's kit more efficiently. Shadebinder excels when it's able to see the radar and play kind of defensively and make the opponents push your fortress, but when you play an equivalently skilled team, they're not going to give you the map for free. So you need that play starter. And the only thing we really have as a team is praying that the cold snap does its job and makes someone jump out of the way while we're dodging smokes. If one of us is hit by a smokes, it's wraps, and we gotta hope someone on our team can 1v3, which can be done, but less likely against really high skill opponents. So how Invis and Dawnblade contribute to Shadebinder succeeding is Invis makes them not trust the radar and can get free damage and pinch and flank, which can funnel them in to the Shadebinder more predictably. Dawnblade can take off angles in the sky and be a menace where people think they're in cover, which creates pressure for them to leave cover into the clutches of your Shadebinder. Finally, Prism Hunter, as we know, leaves a minefield of AoEs, which makes the opponents more cautious in following up damage since they're likely remaining weak. In high key, Prism Hunter is meta for a reason. That was the wall I ran into, as it was so hard to play with momentum when the map was a minefield. So now I've talked about strengths and weaknesses. Let's talk about team composition if you were to try to optimize 3 Shadebinders, and I'm going to revisit this in the future. The obvious 2 strategies are building into Glacial Harvest so all 3 of you can take Whisper of Rime and Frost Armor to make yourselves more durable. Then also Ballador's Wrathweaver Exotic Gauntlets so that your Rift adds Frost Armor and gives you extra damage with Stasis weapons, which can do things like 2-tap and an Empowering Rift with the Scout Rifle with Precision Instrument or Chain Kill Clip 120s. Getting a little more advanced, it would involve multiple stags with multiple healing auto rifles where you're using the frozen targets to build up the perks as well as heal your teammates out of all the annoying swarm grenades, and even if somebody happens to drop, they're dropping a healing rift on their corpse, which you can then revive them pretty easily, especially if you have a glacier nade or something like that, and get back into the action with the healing spam. It's very, very slept on. Finally, the more advanced strat that takes a lot of planning and practice is simply using the turrets in a coordinated fashion. Looking at an overhead map going into a private match, saying if the zone spawns here, we concede the zone, we set up these lineups if we have it, then we retake. So even when considering any of those team comps playing at their ceiling, I still don't think 3 Shadebinders is the move, although it was a fun play session, and I would totally do it again for more than content. It was just a fun time. I wouldn't even feel the need to record it. In the future, I want to try non-triple Shadebinder teams, maybe a single or a double, building into Glacial Harvest, refilling something like a Weave Walk, maybe a Khepri Sting Hunter. I think that's a good starting point. Okay, friends, I only post content like this because I know some of you are at lunch break and you want something to take your mind off the world for a little bit, and it's fun to talk about the really nerdy shit about Destiny 2, and some people are gonna hate on me for that, but this video is not for you, and I'm gonna keep making them anyway, so glad that I have an audience, and I appreciate you. I hope you like the gameplay.
What's up?
I know they got slugged.
How many slugs did they have? I saw one chaperone. Was it multiple?
1 at least.
I got attacked pretty hard. 2 swarm nades over here on our right side diamond door.
There, yeah.
He's slowed on body on diamond.
I got him. I'm going for the. I'm out the revive just in case. So just watch that. There we go.
Good win.
Just slid around.
Left side. He went inside.
Tagged him.
Stuff. I'm gonna watch
I got
this
2
over here.
bursts.
Oh, right around this corner here. Yeah, buddy! Uh-oh. Oh, good. Freeze.
Um,
Oh, where are my freezes? Nice. Last one's pushing up right now. Pulse rifle. Shotgun. Chaperone out right now. Sliding out.
I'm out of ammo. Went up to melee.
Beautiful
Good win.
job. Beautiful job.
they're like, get the fuck away with the phrases!
Get it out of here.
Hey, I'm dodging smokes too, so they ain't like they don't have it too.
Yeah. Why is it always me, dude? Why do they always message me? Like, you got Cammy and time, please?
This guy specifically, we gotta get this guy out of here.
Well, to be fair, I have matched them so many times and beaten them so many times.
Oh, my shots are trash.
I'm getting
Yo,
teamed in a sec.
No, he's one. Oh my god, I should have called that out. He pushed up. He was one shot. Nice. Crouched around the left corner of the box.
Oh,
no, he's pushing up with the chaperone right now.
Yours. I'll farm the res.
Right corner. Easy kill. Easy kill.
he's one on me.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice ass shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really shot him right in the buttle.
We gotta
job.
love back shots. We love them back shots.
Crazy.
Chrome
Crazy
Kick
correct.
smash 34. Oh no.
Yeah, I had the other guy weak, and then that's
Good
when I
team
used
shots,
the other
boys. Let's do it.
guy. One of them gonna. Oh, I'm dead. GG's.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
As you were saying. Yo, outside spawn.
Heard.
Two more. Yeah, three. One more. Same place, I believe.
Oh yeah. Watch this girl. Oh, never mind.
The hawk
Hey,
is showing up.
Let me perks on the drop. Perks. Come here.
What?
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks for the smiley face, bro.
Yeah, I got you.
I caught that last second. I was like, dude, why is he shooting like this?
Hell yeah.
I'll challenge main.
I'm with you. Ready?
Yeah.
Diamond door. Then after diamond door.
Oh, I'm just gonna fade this guy. I think coming up from the right side. Come on.
Traded rocket blue.
He's
Diamond
one
now.
on me.
Half. Frozen.
I hate this game. What is happening right now? I don't even English. I hate this game. I hate this game.
GG's.
Jesus Christ. Can't.
No, I know the swarm throwing smoke bandit over there isn't talking about Shadebinder. Wouldn't catch me doing
boy.
that.